Hello students, how are you all? Today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 10, that is circles. So before also you have studied chapter circle. So as you all know that what is circle. So starting from its definition, so a circle is a round shaped figure that has no corners or edges. That means a circle is a round shaped figure which have no corner. There is no corner, as in quadrilateral there are corner, but in circle there is no corner or edges. It have no edges also. In geometry, how we define a circle in geometry? So in geometry, a circle can be defined as a closed two-dimensional curved shape. So here we define a circle that it is two-dimensional in shape, that we can represent it on a board or on a plane of paper. So this is the shape of circle. Now a circle can be drawn from a center. So this is the center of the circle. With the help of compass we make a circle and we take a particular distance from the center. That distance is known as radius, and this part is known as circumference. So we can say that this part, it is known as circumference, or we can also call it as perimeter of circle, and this is known as radius. Now after this we will describe about the parts of the circle. So what are the parts of the circle? So this is the basic information about the circle. What are the parts of circle? So when we study about the part of circle, so first of all see radius. So in this circle, what is radius? Here OE is the radius. So radius, it is the distance from center to the circumference of circle. So in this figure, radius is OA. Similarly, diameter. Here BC is diameter. So what is diameter? It is the distance from the 2 points of the circumference which passes through center. When a line passes through center and it joins the points of the circumference, then it is known as diameter. So in this figure, BC is the diameter. Now what is chord? Chord is a line which join the parts of this circumference. So here DE is the chord. So basically diameter is the longest chord of the circle. We can also say that diameter is also a chord, and diameter is the longest chord of the circle. So it is very important that diameter is the longest chord of the circle. Now we can say a circle divide a plane in three parts. So when we draw a circle on a plane of paper or on board, then it divide it into three parts. That is, first part is interior of the circle, second part is exterior of the circle, so it is exterior, and third part it is on the circle. When we draw any point, so point can be in the interior of the circle or exterior of the circle, or it may also lie on the circle. Now after this, see, when we draw a circle, so when a line which passes through by touching the circle on externally, when any line goes through by touching the circle externally, then it is known as tangent. So in tangent only it touches the circle at one point. Similarly, when a line crosses a circle and it passes through any 2 points, so it is known as secant, and chord will remain inside the circle. So chord also touches the 2 point, but it remain inside the circle, and tangent will touch at 1 point and secant will pass through the circle. So we can also say that there are infinitely many tangent can pass through the circle. So at circle there can be so many tangent which can pass through a circle. So it was the basic information about the circle. So these are the parts of circle, basically radius, diameter, chord, secant, tangent. These are very important part of the circle. So on the basis of this, we can proceed to our first exercise, that is 10.1. So let's start our first exercise 10.1. So before starting exercise 10.1, there is one theorem, that is theorem 10.1. The tangent of any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. So here when in a circle we draw a tangent, then this tangent will always perpendicular with the radius. and this point P, we can see this point P is known as point of contact. This is known as point of contact. So it is point of contact. So in this, when we draw a tangent, so it will always perpendicular with this radius. Now after this, see exercise 10.1. so in exercise 10.1, see question number 1. It is asking how many tangents can a circle have. So as we know that a circle have infinite many tangents. Through a circle we can draw so many tangents. So there are infinitely many tangents which can pass through a circle. Now after this, see next question. In next question we have fill in the blank. So a tangent to a circle intersect in dash point. So in tangent, how many point it intersect? It intersect only at one point, as we can draw. So it intersect at one point only. Now in second, it is asking a line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called. When a line intersect a circle 2 points, so this is known as secant. So it is known as secant. Now question, its third part, a line intersecting a circle. So a circle can have dash parallel tangent. See, a circle can have how many parallel tangent? So when we draw a circle, so how many parallel tangent can be there? So there will be 2 parallel tangent. We can draw in this way 2 parallel tangents. So we can say that a circle have 2 parallel tangents. Now after this, its fourth part, a common point of tangent to a circle and the circle is called. So a common point with the tangent, it is known as, which make a perpendicular distance with perpendicular with radius. So it is known as point of contact. So we call it as point of contact. So the common point of tangent to the circle and the circle is called the point of contact. So after this, see next question. So in question number 3, we have a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm meets a line through the center at a point Q, so that OQ equals to 12 cm and we have to find here length of PQ. So in this diagram, a circle which is the center O. So O is the center of this circle, and here a tangent is goes through the circle which touches the circle at point P, and a tangent is PQ, and OP is the radius and length of radius is 5 cm. Here we also have given that OQ, length of OQ is 12 cm. So here OP is 5 cm, OQ is 12 cm, and here we have to find PQ. So PQ we have to find. So as we know by the theorem, a tangent is perpendicular with the radius. So it is perpendicular, that means it is 90-degree angle. So we can use a Pythagoras theorem in triangle POQ. So in this triangle POQ, we can use Pythagoras theorem. So according to Pythagoras theorem, OQ square equal to OP square plus PQ square. So here on place of OQ we can write 12 square, on place of OP we can write here 5 square and plus PQ. So for finding the value of PQ, this 5 square will go here and it will be in minus. So 12 square minus 5 square, 12 square is 144 minus 5 square is 25. So 144 minus 25 is 119. So value of PQ will be under root 119. So this is the answer. Now after this, see question number 4. In question number 4, we have to draw a circle and 2 lines parallel to the given line such that one is tangent and the other a secant of the circle. So here you can draw a circle like this and you can draw a tangent. Suppose tangent is AB and it touches the circle at point P, and we can draw a line parallel to AB. So this line will be parallel L, and you can draw this line with the help of your set square, or you can draw it with the help of compass also by making a perpendicular distance here. So this line L, it will be parallel to AB, and this is the secant of the circle, and it will touches the circle at point C and D. So in this way our exercise 10.1 complete. Now take your homework, So your homework is do exercise 10.1. so you have to complete this exercise 10.1, and on next session we will start some theorem and our next exercise. So thank you for watching the video.